Okay, so I'm Jessica Blackburn from the Carl D. Perkins Vocational Training Center in Thelma, Kentucky. And this is just some basic information about the services we provide at the center and the number of consumers we have served. So for the calendar year, 82 of the 120 counties in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, so that's 68.3%. And this might be more now, but had served 428 consumers for the calendar year. And services provided from the case management branch, which is my branch. And that includes admissions, case management, pre-employment transition, job placement and job seeking, data storage, student records, and the receptionist. The Perkins Center Vocational Services Branch. These are the services provided by it. So they do all the comprehensive vocational evaluations and they complete vocational profiles for our consumers. They do a program called Job Readiness Training, Skills Training Instruction, the Alpha College program, the GED program, customized training, off-site work experience, and Growing Together Childcare. Growing Together Childcare is actually open to the community, so and also to staff. So we have kids here at the daycare center on site. Job readiness training was restructured in 2023 to provide quality job prep services to our consumers. The JRT program is 6 to 9 weeks, and it can be longer if necessary. Progress meetings do occur on Fridays every 3 weeks. And in this program, students will attend classes in 2-hour increments with a total of 6 class hours per day. 2 JRT classes will run concurrently and contain up to 15 students each. The content for this program is classroom instruction on various soft skills, classroom instruction on the WIN learning courseware, academic remediation, and a variety of basic work activities. All of this will be used to instruct and assess the students' abilities to work ready and mastery of soft skills. Via the WIN Learning courseware, students will have the opportunity to earn the Workplace Essential Skills Certificate and the Kentucky Career Readiness Certificate. Progress is assessed daily via observation by the instructor and performance-based tasks. Students will participate in a staffing every 3 weeks where their performance and progression through the program will be formally assessed and documented. And once it's decided that the student has achieved mastery of soft skills, the recommendation for formal enrollment into training will be made. So JRT is something that students start out in before they go into their actual training program. Upon completion of JRT, students will have a final staffing and transition into their training program. At this point, they get their new schedule, their training uniforms, and they work toward the content and time requirement of their training program. Training, enrollment, employment meeting. So I don't actually participate in these, but the instructors do and other staff at the center. And the team meeting was implemented in January 2023 to ensure that consumers understand the expectations and path required and agreed upon to reach the desired competitive integrated employment outcome following services at the Perkins Center. These occur the first Wednesday following JRT program completion. The meeting includes a panel of staff who are involved in the consumer's overall center success. And that's the consumer, the case manager, their instructor, an administrator, and then job placement, job seeking instructor. So that's going to be Paige. Consumer and panel will discuss work goals, expected completion date, accommodations, work experiences, supports and barriers, and employment opportunities and labor market information. The meeting and plan for success will be documented on a team meeting form and placed in the consumer CMS record. These are the different credentials and certifications available through all of our training programs that we offer here at the center. These are all hands-on programs. For example, auto lube and detail, we have, a shop here at the center that students go to work in every day when they're in their training program. So they're, not just getting a book and studying, they're actually going to work and they're doing, what they would be doing on the job here. They changed my oil the last time I needed that done. They take care of all of the center cars and they do a really great job, under the instruction of Mr. Rose. So the auto lube and detailing certifications are rightlook.com Master Detailer certification and the AOCA Certified Technician certification. All the certifications for all of our programs are industry standards. In child care development, they get the American Red Cross Advanced Child Care Training certification, the American Heart Association CPR and First Aid certification, pediatric abuse head trauma. Our cosmetology program is also open to the public, open to students and staff. So these students get hands-on training from the public, from staff. They did my hair today. That's why it looks pretty, because it wasn't a bun. But they do a really excellent job. So they actually, it's one of the longer programs. It usually takes, at least probably a year. And, they don't have to pay for that. They get to live here at the center and utilize all of our other services. And then when they leave, hopefully they leave with their Kentucky Board of Cosmetology license. And, as with all programs, we transport them, pay for it. So it's just a really good resource for anyone. Cosmetology also now comes with nail tech. So they'll also get their Kentucky Board of Cosmetology nail technician license. So they'll leave with both of those skills and license. The custodial building maintenance program, they get their certified custodial technician cleaning management institute certification. In the CVS program, there's 2 tracks. So they start with the front retail store associate, then they do pharmacy tech if they choose to do so. And they get their customer service certification online through NST. Food service students get the Serve Safe food handler certification. And these students also work and provide catering to eCami. And they clean the cafeteria after all of the meal times. They do a lot of food prep for the cafeteria here. And we also now have the barista program. So if you look down there, you see Carl's Cup. So we have a little coffee shop here that students can work at. And that is something they have to do food service first at this time, but it will eventually be a standalone program. This is obviously a very popular program. Staff love it, kids love it, and they make really good coffee. Groundskeeping is a 10-hour OSHA agricultural safety certification. Industrial truck and forklift is the OSHA approved industrial truck forklift operator's license. Job readiness training, they get the WESC certification. And our logistics program, which is formerly materials management, these students handle all the shipping and receiving for the center, inventory, maintain all the copiers, and they also deliver supplies to staff when they fill out a request. So that's a 10-hour OSHA General Industry Safety Certification. They learn to operate the pallet jack and they get the electric pallet jack training. They do certified production tech, certified logistics tech, and certified logistics associate. This is one of the programs that we have at the center that has some of the highest positive employment outcomes for students who graduate the program. Really easy transition to go to work in Lowe's, Walmart, Costco, Amazon, any, big box kind of wholesale retail. And this is a great program to do in conjunction with forklift because they can do this program, they can have their pallet jack certification and forklift, and they're going to have, a really good advantage, plus their OSHA when they go into the job market. Office technology, that's the customer service certification online through NST, and the call center associate certificate, and a certified business office manager. And this is about the student services branch and what they provide. So we provide residential housing. We have dorms. It's 2 people maximum per room. They're big dorms. They're very nice. We do have a shared bathroom, but it's only for that floor. It's not for everyone. So you're not going to be in there with a ton of people. We have recreation services, every week. We do things like go to the library. They'll have movie night in the recreation center or the dorm lobby, play video games. So they're always doing stuff. We take them out to like Walmart or to the plaza if they want to grab some stuff there. Those are their own expenses if they choose to purchase something there, but they're welcome to go even if they don't purchase. And we also provide around the clock security. So it's a very safe facility. We also have an assisted living branch. So this branch, they provide permit and driving classes. So we have 3 excellent instructors who work with students on their permit and driving. We have a driving simulator, and then we have several student driving vehicles. So once they get that permit, we can actually get out on the road with them. We offer physical therapy. That's also open to the public, to any OVR consumer. So residential consumers who might have a physical disability or an injury and need physical therapy services. We have some very talented physical therapists. And, you'll also see people from the community in there who come in for physical therapy, daily. We've got the wellness program, occupational therapy. They're fantastic. They do really great work with the students. The life skills enhancement program, speech therapy. We offer full medical services, nursing and general practitioner, psychiatry, clinical psychology, peer support, and psychological and psychiatric services. So there's really not much we don't provide here. These are district referrals for the calendar year, and this is recorded so you guys can kind of just check it out. But, if you look through here locally, our district compared to all the other ones, we're kind of low. Prestonsburg did pretty good. But, we would like to really increase the services that we provide for students locally. Here's the way that our districts are broken up in terms of what staff here at the center, what part of the state they represent. So you guys can check that out. And we do a reaching team where we just send basic information out every month to people around the state, just to try to get more people here. And if anybody wants to be added to any of those mailing lists, maybe just send me a message and I can get you on to one of mine. Perkins First Team Missions. These are the different teams we have here at the center: the fiscal team, the independence team, the reaching team, which is what I'm on, and the staff team and the tracking team. And these are just, basic teams here at the center who have different responsibilities. And then here is our contact information for center admissions, center tours, and then if you're interested in doing a different kind of tour, which is what I provide, that's called kind of a transition day. It's a pre-ETS day. And that's open to high school students. We target juniors and seniors, but anyone 14 and up can come. And they'll actually do hands-on demonstrations in each of our training areas. They usually start at about 9:50 and run until about 1:30, depending on how large the group is, questions, things like that. But it's very fun. It's very fun for students. They have lunch here. Lunch is, $4 per head, and that can get worked out through, check, debit card, cash, or a purchase order. And they really love those. We've, gotten quite a few people back here who have came to those. It just really helps. And, if parents or guardians want to come, they can do that as well.
Jessica, if
Yes.
that's it, the students that come to you have to be over 18, is that correct?
No, no.
Okay.
We do prefer, for them to finish high school if they can, but we do get students here who, need to do the GED program first. We just always encourage them, to finish high school because the GED program's hard and the GED test is hard. But no, they don't have to be 18. A lot
Thank
of
you.
our students aren't 18. And there's also not like a hard line age limit. We've had students come through the program who were, 22 and, had been held back some years. So it's really a case by case basis. We target juniors and seniors, but if someone has already left high school or, isn't on track to graduate, then we can start to work with them, on obtaining their GED and then going into one of our training programs.
But the program does end at age 22. Is that correct?
I I don't think that's there's like a hard ending. No, I think as long as they're progressing in a program, then they could, because as long as they're an OVR consumer, then they would be eligible to come here. So I don't think anything would end for them just because they turned 22, as long as they're in a program. I think they could even apply for services after the age of 22 if they wanted to. But I'll clarify that with my manager. But I know we've had some students here who were in their lower 20s that came and completed programs.
My son actually received a letter about where he turned 22. But I mean, it may be that when you're in it, you can be in it, but I don't know about applying after the age of 22.
Was it a letter from OVR?
It was.
Okay. I will check on that. I had actually not heard that.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it might have been like if you're not going to apply to the program, like after you age out, I think is what it said around 22, but I'm not exactly sure what I read, but it was from OVR.
yeah, was it specific to the center?
No, I'm not saying. It wasn't to the Carly Perkins Rehab Center. I don't
Yeah.
believe it was for OVR services.
Hmm. See, that's really interesting. I'll have to check in on that because I mean I received OVR services that actually helped me pay with some of my costs associated with my tuition into my 30s. So I will definitely try to clarify that because that would be really good to know.
Such a good question.
I'll talk to Todd about that. That's a very good question. Because I never heard of that. Now I know, there's case closures and things like that that happen when somebody meets their educational or vocational goal that they had on their plan, but I didn't know that there was an age limit associated with that. So that is
I like that little trifold too that you have attached. Uh,
yes.
it's got some good information on there for anybody that wants to do that, get the information about the center, where it's at, all those types of things. It's just a trifold that you have on here, and it's
Yes.
got a lot of good information on it.
And I believe that's the newest one that also has the QR
It
code on the
is.
main back. I think it should be an August 2024 update.
It is. It's
Okay.
August 24th.
Yep. So that should have the QR code. We're trying to implement more, kind of commonly used technology to our stuff, because that's what all the kids use now. But yeah, that has all of our information, and you guys are welcome to print that, reproduce it, give it to anybody you want to give it to. And then I also have individual program sheets. Like I have these booklets, and they have all the different information on our programs. So I can send you these too if there's like a specific program that you're interested in. And these are huge. I mean, they're like 30 something pages, but they have really good information about the programs, the certifications, how long it takes, all that. And I take these with me to events and things I go to in the community.
That's good. So when you go out with Will, you need to have that with you so you can talk with the
Yep.
teachers.
Oh,
students.
yes. So I always bring these with me along with the trifolds and, of course, my business cards. But everyone attending this meeting, I can work statewide. So wherever you guys are, if you want me to come out and, share this presentation, share other presentations, and, meet with students one-on-one or in groups, including parents if they want to take part or guardians. I'm free to do that. It's a big part of my job. So just let me know and I will get out there.